for that fight January in Saudi, but it's gone a bit slow. But we've had a couple of interesting talks over the last few days. It's the fight we want to make, and we'll see what happens.
Now, Eddie, with Zhang winning the rematch, is there any chance maybe he can come in, swoop in, and take an AJ fight?
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge fight in China. I mean, AJ beat him in the Olympics, and Zhang's a good heavyweight. I think he's dangerous, and I think it's a good style matchup as well. Two big punchers, two huge guys. Absolutely, the focus is Deontay Wilder, but I don't rule out a Zhilei Zhang fight at all.
You have your other heavyweight too, Phil Hergovich. Is there going to be any?
Yeah, I mean Hergovich. I don't know what the IBF are waiting for, to be honest with you. I mean, they love getting letters out sometimes, but just not this time. So you can't, in my opinion, you can't act one way for one fight and another way for another fight. I know that it's difficult for them because they'll have the teams of Tyson Fury and Usyk saying, "Oh, we're going to make this fight." He has a fight scheduled. You shouldn't be allowed to wait. That letter of negotiation should be out by now. It should have been out after Usyk beat Dubois. So we're speaking to Daryl Peoples and the IBF, and we just appeal to them to say, do what's right. Follow the procedures that you'd follow with every other. Every time one of our champions defends their IBF world title, we get a letter the next day. Where's the letter?
I was going to ask about Conor Benn's performance. Do you think 154 is a good weight class for him?
Yeah, I thought it was a great performance. I mean, fuck me. I mean, someone said to me earlier, do you think it was good matchmaking or bad matchmaking? Being honest, there's two ways you can look at it. Bad matchmaking in the sense of really, what was the point in taking any risk?
Yeah.
Maybe we should have just had a 2-round blowout. But then good matchmaking in the sense of what do you actually get from that? You could see he was rusty. He's been out of the ring for 18 months. He's been through hell and back, even this week. Draining with the interviews and the criticism back from the UK, and Orozco's chin was unbelievable. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. So I think looking back, that 10 rounds will be very valuable to him. Should we have taken a walkover? Maybe, but do you want to see a walkover? I mean, I think he should get credit for taking a fight like that. And I think if he fights Eubank, that guy was a massive 154-pounder. And I think he's a similar size to Eubank. So it's going to be a task for Conor to fight those big guys when really he's a 147-pounder. But I don't think Eubank can take those shots that Conor Benn hit him with tonight, especially in the first 4 or 5 rounds. I mean, huge shots. And, his promoter, Juan Carlos, who's our partner in Mexico, said to me before the fight, and he messaged me straight after, he said, "I told you, this kid's chin is fucking unbelievable." I said, "Yeah, right. No more of that, please. I think I'm going to sign him. He'd be in some great fights."
Could Conor Benn potentially go up against any of the top 25 154 pounders, maybe Xander Zayas or?
Yeah, I think
Ruben?
I think he wants the big fights. The big fight is Chris Eubank Jr.
Okay.
But there's a lot of other big fights. Kell Brook in the UK as well. He likes the fight with Ugas. He likes the fight with Barrios. There's some. I mean, how exciting is it? He's gone in there tonight in a fight that should be just a stay out of trouble routine, and had a fucking absolute war. We were talking about Richardson, and as I said, my only criticism of Richardson is sometimes you've got to step on the gas and excite people a little bit more. But when you're shutting people out, like Zepeda, 120, 108, it's pretty impressive at the same time. But people want to watch someone fucking stand there and let their hands go. And Conor Benn is just so exciting. All those names I mentioned, those fights would be absolute horror shows.
Could we see guys like Danny Garcia possibly?
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know if he'll fight again, Danny Garcia, but again, great fight.
Eddie, Conor has got so many haters and critics. It's easy to jump on the bandwagon. All in all, though, was tonight a success for his fight and the event as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, for the event, for sure, because it was a great fight. But I think for him, I think it was a success. I mean, he may wake up in the morning with a lot of bumps and go, "Oh,
small cop as well."
I didn't really get a lot of money for that fight. I mean, that was a bit tough. But also at the same time, he's going to say, "I needed that," because again, what he's facing in the UK. That pressure, that constant criticism, and this week as well, it's very draining. And I thought he looked a bit tired in 6 and 7 and stuff like that, but then he boxed smart. And I just worry, I really worry about the sport when you see a scorecard like 96, 94.
I was going to say, I heard you airing.
When you talk about, I lost my temper on that. I shouldn't have really, but I just leant over the ropes and said to the judge, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I shouldn't talk like that. But after the McCaskill Ryan scorecards, I know 2-minute rounds are tough to score, and if you want to score that fight a draw, I can't agree with you, but how can you score that fight 97-93 to Jessica McCaskill? I represent both girls, and I think they've both done an amazing job. But we should be talking about how great the fight was, rather than. And after Conor's scorecard, that one, I just went over the ropes and said, "You lot are fucking mad." Like, you talk about fighters' careers in your hands, and you want to put a scorecard together like that. One round, it's a draw. How can you score a fight a draw?
Eddie, the
like
people spoke because when the judges' scores were read out, there was boos and cheers accordingly. So that speaks volumes.
Yeah. But it's great. Look, the crowd gets here, but you're still talking about fighters' careers. Like Sandy Ryan, that was life changing for her tonight. If she would have got that decision, and she deserved that decision.
And she got screwed out of the decision in the eyes of many.
Yeah.
How often does?
Yeah, I can't be there.
I think it's safe to assume that we need to have a.
Yeah, we do. We need to have a rematch. Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot.
Family, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.